Right, hello. So today's Monday again. We're back. This weekend, I am feeling very behind because I didn't really do much work yesterday. I had 2 hours off. And Courtney and I read a book and ate some breakfast with my aunt and uncle. And now because of that, I haven't got a song written at all, and I haven't even got an idea, and it's like lunchtime. I've just got my pedal boards out, so I've got my looper and I've got my effects thing, and I've got this weird sound that I've got. So it's going through a chorus and overdrive and reverb and obviously an amp simulator. And I heard this. I'm kind of like, so yesterday Courtney went to work and like at our waitressing job, and which I just quit because Courtney just went to work and got abused for a couple of hours by the other staff member, and then also got abused in front of the customers and made out to look like she's a complete idiot and hasn't got a freaking clue. And I just told her to quit, and I was like, no, that's it, we're quitting because you don't need that shit. That's where we're at today. And what did I just come up with? I heard that in my head when I turned on my... I originally had like... So a lot of... I don't know about the delay thing. I got to figure that part out, the exact timing of it. Hang on. Something like that. Gonna be a rocky one because I'm angry and it's only Monday. So something like that for the chorus, I think. I just figured out how to actually play this line. So I'm going to now turn it into... I'm going to loop it. I've got a looper at my feet here. So I'm going to go 2, 3. So that'll be the chorus now. That's an idea. And then we'll just... I should really be recording voice memos right now, otherwise I'm going to forget everything that comes out of my mouth. Hurry up, phone. Okay, so this is the verse, right? And then it'll stop, and then it'll go. Then it'll be like. La 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 la. And then I need to come up with something for the actual chorus bit. That might do. So what was it? La 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 Okay. We may have just come up with something usable. Hopefully. So, okay, now I'm going to go back and listen to just stuff, whatever that was. I'm going to title this voice recording Stuff. Okay. Sorry about the shit singing. Okay, I'm going to start with the chorus because that verse will probably change. And then, because of that thing, then I could be like, la 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 yeah, and that'll be the bridge. Something. Alright, I actually have to stop doing the do-do-do's and put some words in. So, now I've got to decide what I actually want this to be about. La, 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 la. Do I want it to be angry or do I just want it to be probably? Because that's where we're at right now. So what I tend to do is like I come up with that line like da, 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 da. And then eventually if I sing that enough times, words will just pop in my head about what it is that it means. I'm going to spare you all from listening to me go around in circles for another 10 minutes. And I will come back when I got a solid idea. Okay, bye. Okay, so I've just come up with this idea. Let it go, wash the whole world down. Let it go, cause if the whole world, let it go. I think this is going to be kind of a dark sounding song. I'm picturing dragons. And things setting on fire. Let it go. Let it go and let it all just burn. They might something, but it's our turn. Let's fly away, cause every breath we take is earned. War never learns. Shadows hold me close until the end. At least I've got something to defend. Love and daggers are my closest friends. Why does everything and love and why does everything and love and war burn? 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 Something like that. I'm still figuring it out, but that's kind of an idea for the chorus now. So that's good. And then I could kind of call this song Love and Daggers or Love and War. Love and Daggers. Because I'm referencing Fourth Wing again because we're still reading that book. And so the Shadows thing, if you're a Fourth Wing fan, you know what that's about. Daggers, because, you know, Violet's got heaps of daggers all over her all the time. And then flying, obviously, dragons. And then war, because that's what the whole thing's about. And then burning, referencing to fire, referencing dragons. So the whole thing's about Fourth Wing. Alright, we got the chorus. God. Gotta hurry up. Okay, so where's that voice note now? I've probably changed my mind about this now. I like that bit for the pre-chorusy thing, potentially. Beautiful singing. Let's go back here to the looper. Alright, I'm going to think in circles for a bit longer. Alright, so I've just come up with this idea. It goes... Love. And then it'll go into the pre-chorus, which is going to be something else. Haven't gotten that far, we'll figure that out in a minute. But I think that's what we do. Because it's simple as... Because there's a lot of movement going on in the chords. Yeah, anyway, okay, we'll get to that. Okay, so I've come up with the first part of the verse, right? So it goes, you said, hello. You look at kill, but your fingers caress. I'm saying, oh, I know that getting close to you could be the end. But my heart keeps running and my head keeps thumping. Na-na-na-na, na-na-na-na, na-na-na. Oh. Oh, now I've got the pre-chorus thing that I just came up with. Damn it! All right, hang on, I'll be back. Okay, so I'm back here at the loop pedal again. I was just listening to it. So, okay, I've kind of got enough of an idea now of where the song's going, and I can kind of hear the rest of the woohoo, like, in my head. It doesn't make sense, does it? I can hear the woo. I can hear the song, the parts, all the stuff. Like, I don't know what the words are still for all of the bits, but I have the first verse, and I have the melody of the pre-chorus, and I've got the chorus except for a couple of words, and that is enough for me to now start recording this bit. So I'm going to basically just put the 4 tracks that I've got in the looper into the DAW, into my actual, like, you know, I'm going to record that basically once I actually, like, and yes, I've gone through and I've double checked. I'm pretty sure this is the key that I should sing it in, because that's the main thing. Otherwise I'd just work from the guitar part and just build it like from there, and then I'd already have it in the computer. I mean, you can change the key of stuff after you've recorded. I think I can hear a difference, particularly if it's more than a tone. Like, you can hear the difference in the guitar. It doesn't sound real anymore. So I like to just figure out enough of the words that I actually know how I'm going to sing it first, and then once I know that it's in a good key for me to sing it in, because I thought maybe I'll take it down to here, but then that's too, like, it's closer to my, it just doesn't sit as good. Like, it's easier, it just comes out in the chorus part, and that's all we need. It just needs to, like, la 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 la. Right, so as I said, I've given up on trying to write lyrics because I'm sure they'll just come to me later. So hang on, I'm going to spin the camera around. So I've just put my loop pedal in through my interface, And I've just set up this, oh, hang on. Let's just stop that for a second. So I've just set up this session and I just was playing that over and over again to get the BPM right, and I think we're good now. Okay, I'm going to get rid of that off the floor because I don't need that now. And I'm going to start putting all of the bits of the song into the computer through this wonderful thing. I'm going to record the main guitar riff with the chorus and overdrive, and I'm going to turn off the reverb and the delay for now because I put them in the computer because then I have more control and a cleaner dry signal. I keep the signal dry and then I have sends and auxiliaries and buses or whatever you want to call them for all the reverbs and delays, because then you can control it better, blah blah blah, whatever. And then the amp cabinet simulator, that's the last thing that the whole signal will be going through. Overdrive, chorus, amp and cabinet simulator, and then into that thing, and then so that's my humbucker, exhibit A, and then my acoustic line as well. So I've got 4 tracks that are going, or 4 inputs that are going to be going into this thing, acoustic line, humbucker. So, and then I'm going to have 2 microphones, one here, one there, and that's the 2 microphones that are going to be set up. So I'm going to set all that up, and then we shall be back. Here in front of me, the 2 microphones. So I ran my loop pedal into this, and I got just what was in the looper when I originally came up with the idea. So then I can kind of I've got it for reference. I really don't think I'm going to forget it because it's pretty ingrained in my head. And I've just tested the levels of stuff, and now I'm going to actually turn off the aircon, and which is the part that I've been avoiding and delaying as long as possible. And we're going to hit record. I'm going to do this. I'm going to nail it first go, because it's too hot for me to take too long. This is not an easy riff to play, I've realized. Goes the whole way across the fretboard. And you've got to keep your pinky held down, otherwise it doesn't sound smooth. Alright, hit record. So you can see on my screen, I've got the 2 microphones left and right. They're going to be panned to the sides. And then the acoustic line in and the humbucker are just going to be dead center. Definitely the humbucker. That's got all the information that's actually the thing. Let's turn the monitor down, and we're just going to give this a crack and see how we go. All right. Alright, I got it in multiple different bits. It's just I haven't had any time to practice any of this stuff. From there, that's a good take. I'll turn the monitor on. Except for that part. But we got that elsewhere. So we'll put that over here. Get rid of that crap. That was not too bad either until the end bit. Alright, I'm going to try once more time. Just to get it in one go. Because that is ideal. My pinky keeps wanting to go off. The whole thing in my brain, the whole time I'm like, stay still, pinky, stay still. That's all I'm actually thinking. Alright, get rid of that first one. Okay, we got 2. 2 that are not terribly shit. So, that's good. So we're not using the effects board anymore. I've got my stomp plugged in. We're going to the beat. We're going to record the rhythm part. So I've got 2 microphones still. I don't think I'm going to beatbox with this one. I think I'm just going to go. Maybe. I had everything set up because I wasn't doing this, and now I am. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Need to breathe. Okay. All right, let's listen to that. Okay, cool. That'll be fine. So, just gonna hit save. Hit save. And I'm gonna unplug this and take it off for a second and turn on the aircon before both Tino and I melt. I'm just now going to, just pick a perfect bit that is going to be like, because everything I do is based on loops, right? Because like, that's why I build things with my loop pedal in mind, even if I don't like do what I did before and record into the loop pedal to actually create the song. I have to be able to play it live, and the only way I'm going to be able to play all these parts live is through a loop pedal, so they all have to be looped. So now I'm going to find the best bit of what I just did in the beatboxy thing, and then I'm going to turn that into the loop that matches lead line, and then we'll create the other 2 main loops. And then everything else that I do, all the other guitar parts and stuff, is what I play. So I create the loop generally, and then I play as I sing and do all the other things that are in between all the stuff to get back to the loop, if that makes sense. Probably not. Saz. Could tell I didn't sleep very much last night. Anyway, okay, here we go. Okay, that sounds like fine. We'll just do that. Except for this first note, I think is a bit. And then this is the bit I'm going to work with. Yep, get rid of that. So that crossover of the beat there is not perfectly timed, so I'll have to just like tweak that a smidgen. But I think other than that, it'll be fine. So I'm going to do that tweaking now, and we'll be back in a minute, and we'll have the second part of this song done. Okay, so I've come to the realization after listening to that a few times that the beatboxing is absolutely shite. So we're going to do that again, and I'm not going to beatbox. I have a better plan. I'm going to go just that. And then we're going to add in another layer of the beat over the top that's like that sort of thing. So we're going to do that. So I'm going to do that, and I'll be back. Okay, so I just had a listen back through. I was going to keep recording like systematically through the parts and do power chords next, and then the big chords, and then I've got all the like the strummy chords, and then I've got all the bits to the like the actual loop that I would have. But then I had this idea for the pre-chorus. We're going to do that for the verse, and it's going to be a second just to catch my breath before you hello. Oh, and then the pre-chorus is going to be and like those big like, what even is that? So that's a B, so it's a 1, 5, 1. Sharp 5. Nice. And then we've got another B and an E, so that then it's like the 11. Yeah, cool. That's going to be nice and dissonant and fabulous. All right, let's do this. We're going to go over here where there's nothing recorded yet, and I'm going to 2, 3. So I don't know what I want that last, like the turnaround part to be exactly, so I recorded it a bunch of different ways. Because that's what I'm going to do live, and I want to be able to hear that stuff, you know? And so I'm going to layer extra power chords that like the, because, you know, make it fat as. Obviously I can't do that when I'm playing it live. There's only one of me, but because I can here, I'm going to do that. So, all right, now that I've got that in there to remind myself, that's what I'm thinking of doing. No, wait a second. Okay, so now I need to do the pre-chorus part, because otherwise I will forget that as well. And I'm going to mute this because that's going to be annoying and in the way. So then we're going to go 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I did it a couple of times around because I can stack them and layer them one far left and one far right, because at that point in the song there's not going to be anything else. It's just going to be that, so I'm going to make it real fat. Okay, so I just went ahead after Courtney rang and I've recorded the power chords and I've recorded the strummy chords in the chorus. So, because that's what I call them, the strummy chords. And hang on a sec, I'm just going to show you. So I'm going to go through in a minute and actually put this song now. I've got the pieces, like the basics of stuff. So that's the pre-chorus over here, well the verse, sorry, that's that thing. Then I got 2 lots of the pre-chorus things because we're going to keep them real wide, so I needed to do it twice. I've got enough chorusy chords to split that in half and turn that into a loop and have 2 of them. So I'm going to have them super wide too in the chorus because you want a big full chorus, right? And then, okay, so yes, this we had before, and then got these power chords and these things. So that's what we got. And then, you know, all the verses and the pre-chorus and all that sort of stuff. So now I'm going to go through and actually structure this out so that we have a whole song arranged. So then tomorrow, when I've actually decided what the words are, minor details here, then I can just sing the words that are going to come out of somewhere from the sky into my head and into the microphone and then into your ears one day. Anyway, yep, that's what we're doing now. And then I'm taking Chino for a walk because he's been working really hard today. Can I just show you? Chino, hey buddy, have you been working really, really hard? Are you exhausted because of how hard you're working? Yeah, I know, mate. Totally feel that. Yeah, you're a good boy. You going for walkies? You going walkies soon? Yeah. He doesn't look excited, but trust me, when we get his lead out, he'll be like, oh my God. All right, back to work. My goodness. I literally take over the entire house. This is what goes on when I'm at home alone. All right, going to work, bye. All right, hey guys, how you going? So today is now Wednesday and we've just had a content planning morning, Courtney and I, and Courtney's back, which is nice. She's been off cleaning cars at Ipswich the last couple of days for our other business. We have a car detailing business, which we did a lot of during COVID because we were cleaning stolen cars that had been like found and recovered and had oftentimes had methamphetamines smoked in them, and it was not very fun. Pretty sure some people died in some of the cars we cleaned. But anyway, Courtney's back. I didn't bother filming yesterday because I was a bit sad, because sometimes it feels like you're just putting your heart and soul into stuff and no one really gives a shit. And I released Shine yesterday and it's really hard to let people know that it's out. It's hard doing this, in all honesty, when you're earning no money from it. And like, this is my whole life. I just sit in the bus doing this every day. And sometimes I just get to the point where it's like, does anyone actually care at all? Like, should I just stop, just get a job, have a normal life, just have weekends? I could have weekends. I could have night times off. I wouldn't have to work 24/7. But it's a new day and we're back. And it's fine. I'm not grumpy anymore. And anyway, even when I was grumpy, I mixed the rest of the instrumental parts that we recorded the other day, yesterday, and got that done. And now today I am about to start recording some vocals. So let's turn on the microphone, get the song up, and let's go. I am going to do a take again of the verse 2 that I still don't know what the last line is, but we're just going to record the most of it anyways, and I'm going to miss that last line, and then I'm going to ask Courtney what she thinks of it, because there is a line in the first verse that I'm like, I have no idea what I actually wanted to say, so it currently just says this waffly thing that is not going to be what it finishes as, I don't think. Anyway, here we go. You said, let's go. Thought you were joking in all seriousness, oh. But I know. Who's got a freaking blower? That was completely unnecessary. I hate blowers. I hate them. Now he's just walking around just pulling the trigger. Can you hear that? I hate blowers. They should be outlawed, burnt on a huge pile, and put up as an offering to the devil. They're a shit piece of technology that shouldn't exist, because people should just get a broom. If it matters that much, get a broom. Okay, my rant is finished. I'm going to do that again. You said, let's go. Thought you were joking in all seriousness, oh. But I know no one else handles with such grace and finesse. Oh, when you look that stunning and you're scared of nothing, might need a second just to catch my breath before you, well, let's go. Okay, so a car drove past. I'm hoping that didn't go in the thing. Let me have a listen. I think we're okay. I didn't hear it. I'll probably have to do it again anyway, because I don't know what the last line is. So we'll just leave that part at that. Okay, and now we're at the pre-chorus again. I'm going to start recording because you get the gist. This is pretty much what I do. I just sit here and I do like 3 or 4 takes, because that is actually the only take I've done so far where I actually said the right word. That's the 4th take I've had to do, because I just keep saying the wrong word. I want to say, might need a second just to catch my breath. All the others said, give me a second just to catch my breath, which is what I said in the first verse, but I don't want to say that. I want to say it slightly different, because I'm making it harder for myself to remember things, because, you know, that's fun. And then I have to write a bridge. I'll probably get to that part tomorrow, because I have to finish in an hour and a half today. But that's fine. I'll have this done in an hour and a half. Piece of cake. As long as no one gets on the bloody blower. Grr. Okay, I'm going to record the chorus. And I'm going to get the words right, because I've done it a couple of times already, as you can see. These are takes. But I keep getting the second line wrong. And it's getting warm in here, so I need to hurry up and get it right. And so we're just having a short intermission from the recording, because there's a very loud truck down the road there that has just showed up, and I have no idea what it's doing, but it sounds like a freaking like jumbo jet. So I can't record with that round, can I? But I think that last take I got was actually pretty good, except for that one bit where I stumbled over the words. And it's only actually, I just listened back, it's not actually that bad. It sounded worse to myself than what it did, like the bit that I stumbled over. So I'll replace that bit with another take. But I think that bit we've got. I'm going to put that up here into my favorites bit. Did I only get 1 pre-chorus? I might need to do that again, just in case, because I do like 3 takes generally, because like if I've stuffed up a word and I've only got 1 take, then it's like, oh, for goodness sake. Now I gotta just pack everything, like get the microphone out, gotta reset up, gotta warm up my voice again, and it's like such a faff. So if I just get it, I've got it, and it's done. Okay, so I think the truck is going. These are the things I must contend with until one day I have an actual studio that's not a house on wheels. Keeps things interesting. So great. So I'm gonna think of a bridge. I think this is coming together pretty quick. I still have an hour and 10 minutes until I have to be done. So I think I'm going to record the last chorus and figure out how the song's going to actually end, because at the moment it just ends with, it just chops off with when is everything in love open, which is fine. Actually, let's just do that. And then the bridge, I could do... Okay, hang on. I don't know. I think I need the wifey's opinion for this one, because I can write more words. Because I'm also thinking playing live, I wouldn't have this as a loop. I couldn't loop that live. I'd have to play that live. That. So, come on, hold on. And then the beats come back in there. Come on, hold on. Oh. Come on, and then, but then it doesn't go anywhere. It just says, come on, hold on. And I don't know if that's enough. Come on, hold on. For what purpose? Why? That is not a story. That goes nowhere and it says nothing of value. And I need to do better than that. All right, well, okay, I'm going to record this last chorus and then we'll get back to that later. So I think we're going to record this last chorus, go back through what we've already recorded, piece that all together, skipping out the bits where I said the wrong word or just said nothing entirely, and then mix the vocals, record the backing vocals, and then we'll come up with a bridge. And we're going to do all of that stuff in an hour. So let's go. Let's go. Okay, so yesterday I just remembered I came up with this run idea for the second bit where it's like fire. So the idea is fire, but it's faster than that. It has to be like fire. So fire. So I'm going to practice that for a bit, and then I'm going to get that and I'm going to be like, yes. And the wifey's going to be so impressed with me. Or she's going to be like, I don't think it fits with the song. And I'll be like, no, but it's a fast run and I like it. That's probably what she's going to say. I bet you anything. Anyway, I'm going to do that now.